I'm John Jack Rogers, and I know that because it says it right here. And it is my pleasure, my great pleasure, to welcome you to the Stella Adler Academy of Acting and Theater, Los Angeles, and to our series we now call How I Got Here, which was suggested by Mr. Mark Ruffalo. A lot of people don't know that Mark got his start in softcore horror movies. I'm just kidding. It was hardcore. No, I'm kidding. No, a lot of people don't know that Stella Adler started her teaching career in softcore. No, I'm kidding. A lot of people don't know that Stella Adler started her teaching career right here in Los Angeles when she was under contract to Warner Brothers. I had to write all this down because my memory is not so great. After many years, she was finally prevailed upon by many people, including Marlon Brando, Warren Beatty, and others, to open a permanent school here in Los Angeles, and this is that school. Woo! Founded by Stella Adler herself, with a lot of help from Joanne Linville and Irene Gilbert. They're all gone now, and it is our job to keep it going. I was going to make a joke, but I won't. These three women created a very special place. We're in that very special place now, and with all of the alumni, all of the faculty, staff, and all of you, the current students, the most important part of this school, we are all part of continuing this amazing place, this creative home on Hollywood Boulevard. Next year will be the 40th anniversary of the opening of this school. 40 years, and many years before that of Stella teaching here in Los Angeles. We have a lot to celebrate, and we have a lot of work to do to keep these doors open. I hope everyone will pitch in and work towards an amazing 40th anniversary celebration, and looking forward to the next 40 years. All of you students will be taking it over. You'll have to teach it. And I'm sorry. Before we go any further, I have a few people to thank for helping make tonight work. Obviously, we thank Mark Ruffalo. I need to thank Juan Choi, Marty Dundix, AJ Lovewind of AJ Lovewind Productions and his amazing team for volunteering to record tonight's events. Also, thank you to Kamika Karamia Shu and to Vivian Hawkins for volunteering to provide ASL interpretation. A big thanks to all the staff, faculty, and student volunteers who are helping tonight. And now, you know I could go on and on listing all of the movies, series, plays, and all that Mark's been in, and all of the awards he's been nominated for and won. But if I do that, we will be here all night, and we will never get to hear Mark speak. You will only hear me, which is probably good. So, in the interest of time, I'm just going to say that we all know who Mark is. We all love Mark. We all know he's an alum of this school, and he's an important member of our board of directors, and he's family. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Ruffalo.
Do I need a mic or anything? Thank you. Hey man, thank you. Thank you, that was really kind. I wanted to hear John's joke that he held back. The one thing that you notice here at the school is, and you could hear it when John was giving his introduction, was how much you guys love this place and are supportive. I could hear it in the way you reacted to John's speech. It was just very kind and loving and supportive. Actually, I see a lot of familiar faces out here tonight. So the prompt question was how, I like John's name of the series, How I Got Here. Because that's like a very good, hey, how you doing? That's a very good prompt question. I heard about Stella Adler, oddly, from a psychic. Yeah, that happened. I was languishing in San Diego, California, and my father was looking to rent a house for us. And he said, "You want to come look at this house?" And I said, "Sure." And so I went, we walked in, and the woman asked me if I wanted to have a reading. And I said, "Sure." I looked at my dad, I was like, "What does she mean?" He said, "She's a psychic. Do you want a reading?" And I was like, "A psychic? What? What's that?" I had no idea what a psychic was. And she did a tarot card reading, and then the tarot card reading, she said, "You want to be an actor?" And I was like, "How did you know?" Because it was a secret that I'd been keeping. And she said, you have to go to the Stella Adler School, and it's in Hollywood. And if you go to the Stella Adler School, there'll be a woman there. There'll be people there waiting. John, have you ever heard the story? There'll be someone there waiting for you. And so I said, "Well, fuck it. I really don't have anything else to do," which was true. And so I took the train up from San Diego, and I walked into the Stella Adler Conservatory, and I saw Joanne Linville. I had my interview with her. And I remembered seeing her as a kid on television, and I was immediately smitten with her. And she brought me in, and we did an interview together, and she said to me, "Darling, what are you doing here?" And I didn't want to tell her that a psychic told me to come. I didn't want to give her the wrong impression. But what was true, what I did say to her is like, "Listen, this is what I want to do. I don't know what else I can do in the world. And I don't know where else to be." And then she said, "Well, then you've come to the right place." I said, I don't really know how to do anything, and I do feel like maybe I'm an actor." And she said, "You've come to the right place." And that was how it started for me. And it was immediately a home for me. And so I was taking the train every other day from San Diego to LA to go to school here. I was doing the full conservatory program, which was movement, speech, fencing, Shakespeare, voice production, technique 1. Was there any more? Tim? And first, no, it was tech 1 first.
Yeah, tech 1.
And that became my joy. And we were reading the plays, and it was the most magical thing. I don't want to take too long with this because I want to get to the students, the questions, because that's really what matters. But it just gave me a place that I felt like I belonged. And I'm sure a lot of you have had that experience coming here. And it just turned me on every single day. I was so excited to get on that train. My parents had no money, so I was a busboy at night. I'd make just enough money to pay for the train and get a burrito at Dos Burritos, which was across the street, for $2. I'd cut that in half. I'd have half of it for breakfast, the next half for lunch, and then I'd scrounge a pack of cookies from the teacher's lounge for dinner. And that was my life. And it was the most exciting, most fulfilling period for me up until then. So that's how I got here. And now I want to open it up to questions, because I think that's really where it'll get super interesting, or hopefully it will.
Tim Hazard.
Timmy.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Tim.
First of all, thank you for coming. So my question is, what's a piece of advice that you would give to an actor to do, and a piece of advice that you would tell an actor certainly not to do?
Well, I would say, I mean, it's so cliche, but just work really hard when you get the chance to work, and be prepared. We really went after it. I was here with Chris Thornton and Tim McNeil and Bonnie McNeil and John, and we really, really went after it when we were kids. We would spend our days in the library. At that point, there was no other way to prepare. So we were in the library. We were fishing auto parts out of the Manny, Mo, and Jack's Pep Boys down the street when we had to find props. We were going to thrift stores. It was a different world, but we were eating, breathing, and living acting. And Stella Adler used to say, if don't do it if you can't live without it, darling, because it's too goddamn hard, a life. And if you can live without it, do it, darling. Tim's laughing because he knows how true that was. And you're like, can I live without it? Can I live with it? So I would say, just make it your occupation. And then I would say, don't say no to anything. Just every opportunity you had to act, say yes to it. The day will come when you can say no, but that won't be for a long time. I still can't say no. I say yes to everything, obviously. Yeah, I'd say, and develop yourself, who you are, what your voice is, what your beliefs are. Because at the end of the day, what people are falling in love with is what is authentically you. I mean, we all start copying somebody, 100%, but by the time you're starting to really find your way, you're starting to develop who you are. And it's that essential thing that is just completely unique to you, and everyone has something that's unique to you. It's your soul. That thing is what people fall in love with. And the more you can develop that and be comfortable in that and be comfortable to come from that, I think the more unique you become and the more people are attracted to you. So.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, is this too close? All right, sorry.
Next up, Ambra.
Ambra. Hi.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
So our teachers here at Stella Adler actually always tell us that because of the way characters are structured in plays, you usually grow more when you do theater work than film. So I was wondering, do you think your theater background helped you when you started acting in films? And are there any movie roles that challenge you as much as theater does?
Thank you, Umbra. You really put me out there on that one, didn't you? I have the teachers staring daggers at me right now. No, honestly, the great thing about working on a play for an actor is you get to understand the character's arc through the whole piece. And you get to do that on your own. This is what I say. Television is the writer's medium, film is the director's medium, and stage is the actor's medium. Because once you're on a stage and you're doing a play and a performance, it's just you. There's no cutting. They can't cut around your performance. Someone can't run in and tell you, be better with this, be better with that. At that point, the writer hopefully is dead. That was a joke Stella used to say, by the way. The best writer's a dead writer. But it's you, and it's you from beginning to end. And what's great about that is you really get to, in time, you really get to understand a character's arc, their movement through the play, their overall action through the piece. And it puts you in a time and a place, and it lets you build the inner life of that character through that arc, if you're good and if you know enough to find your way into that. And you can't really do that in a movie usually because you're shooting everything out of sequence. But you have to know that for a movie. You have to understand what that arc is for a movie. You have to know that in this scene I ended in this place emotionally. And there's a residual to where I ended in that scene and that experience, and I have to carry that into this next scene if you're good at what you do. And it's hard to do that without having the experience of working on a play. So working on a play just gives you an understanding of that just through the sheer experience of doing it. It's harder to do that in a movie and to track where you are emotionally because you haven't ever had the experience of following it all the way through from beginning to end. Now you might in a reading, and when you're working you should definitely understand that, but it's just very different than having the experience of it on stage in real time with an audience in front of you and your ass on the line, you know? So there's that. Well, God bless you. Oh no, Chris Thornton. He gave me one of these. For you YouTube watchers, you have no idea what we're talking about.